Uh,
Big ball, fat, making my end. Fucking big killer, hot. Big ball, fat,
Sports God TV broadcasting from DC. Like and subscribe if you really trying to see me. Oh, what a feeling talking sports like religion. No cap over here, man. It's all about business. What up, YouTube, man? What's going on, man? Hit that like and subscribe button, man. Just share the content and jump in the comments. Let's get it cracking. Week number 4 of the NFL season kicking off tonight. Thursday night football, 8:15 on Amazon Prime Video. You got NFC East rival. You got the Dallas Cowboys versus the New York Giants in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Both teams 1-2. Both teams, I feel like, well, more so the Cowboys is desperate for that win. For a win, man. On the road, they road favorites, 5.5-point favorites. The total is 44.5 points. The Giants have been playing really good. They starting to look like a real somewhat contender in the NFC East. I mean, they playing teams tough. Malik Neighbors is showing out and making himself a presence in the NFL and definitely in the conversation when it comes to Rookie of the Year in the early part, the first quarter of the season. Daniel Jones is playing pretty decent, you know, distributing the ball, and Singletary is running the ball. We know on the flip side, the Cowboys got issues with the run game. They are getting ran through. Dak and CD had it out on the sideline last week. CD apologized to the team for his actions, but I can understand frustration, man. You get paid top dollar, you the top dog. Your quarterback, y'all have developed some type of chemistry over the years, and you expect to get the ball in big time moments to make big time plays for your team, to help your team to win. I expect Dallas to click on all cylinders tonight, because if they don't, then they definitely in trouble. I went with the Cowboys one week this season, and they kicked me in the behind, man, but I think they get the job done tonight. I take the Dallas Cowboys minus the 5.5 versus the New York Giants. Now, let's move to Sunday. Sunday, I just want to run through a couple games real quick. You got the Saints and the Falcons, another divisional rival. The Saints took their first loss last week versus the Eagles in a tight game. The Eagles held that offense down considering how they was going the first 2 weeks. The Falcons, Kirk Cousins is still trying to figure everything out. You know, he's still removed from off of that Achilles injury. But you can see that they are clicking some kind of way. But the Falcons are favored at home, 2.5-point favorites. I guess the books see that the Falcons ain't going to lose 2 home games back-to-back. And maybe the Saints just had a good 2 weeks and things are going to start slowing down for them. Give me the New Orleans Saints minus the 2.5. Next game up, you got another divisional rival. On CBS at 1 o'clock, you got the 3-0 Minnesota Vikings versus the Green Bay Packers. You got Aaron Jones, former Green Bay Packer, going back to face his former team, to be in the stadium that he made his name at. And I've heard reports Aaron Jones is looking forward to doing the Lambeau leap if he gets in that end zone come Sunday. The Packers, questionable is Jordan Love. The Packers have been rolling. The Vikings have definitely been rolling. Sam Darnold has been playing phenomenal. Been playing out of his mind. Been playing like some folks, some scouts in the league, some GMs in the league thought that he could be playing like with Kevin O'Connell, you know, who he is and the tree that he come from, the Shanahan tree and all of that. So he has them boys playing. Green Bay is favorite at home, -3, and I like that. Green Bay is favored at home because I think that they will win at home. The total is 43.5. I'm not looking for the total, but I will take the Packers minus the 3 to upset the undefeated Minnesota Vikings. Though their defense is legit, you already know they got Justin Jefferson over there, and they, like I said, Aaron Jones already. But give me the Packers to spoil you, Aaron Jones return. Then you got the 3-0 Pittsburgh Steelers going to Indy. Justin Fields is still at the helm. Why change the quarterback when you guys are winning? Justin Fields is managing the game really well. He's making some throws. He's getting Pickens involved. He's getting I can't think of that receiver that had a huge catch and took it to the house last week. But the Steelers are actually 1.5 point favorites. But give me the Colts to beat the Steelers on their home turf. Give me the Indianapolis Colts. Another game, you got the Eagles and the Buccaneers, a rematch of a playoff game last year. You know the Eagles got it. Something going on in their mind right now when it comes to the rematch going to Tampa. Tampa took their first L last week. The Eagles are road favorites, -2 on the spread. Both teams are 2-1 coming into the contest. Jalen Hurts has been somewhat turnover prone in the early part of the season. We don't know what A.J. Brown's status is. It's questionable, but it's looking like he's leaning towards potentially playing. Devontae Smith is also questionable with that concussion he had last week. Baker Mayfield looking for a bounce-back game. Rashad White need to get off and get his issue in, and so does Mike Evans. On the road, the rematch, revenge game, give me the Eagles minus the 2. Expect a big game from Saquon Barkley. Give me the Philadelphia Eagles minus the 2. And then you got my Washington Commanders, got the late window game. Cliff Kingsbury out there in Arizona, former team that he used to coach, former quarterback he used to coach. And then you got the Commanders, man, on the 2-game winning streak. I'm looking towards the total for this game, even though Arizona is 3.5 point favorites. I'm looking for the over 50.5 points scored between the two. I think both offenses has potential to just explode at any given moment. The Commanders proved that last Monday night versus the Bengals, and Kyler Murray and Marvin Harrison Jr. has already proved that in the early part of this young season as well. The Commanders defense got to really lock in because Kyler Murray, not only Kyler can, throw from the pocket, he can also run. They need to do a lot of spying, somebody to be able to spy and keep an eye on Kyler Murray. And also probably going to need to throw another person over top to help deal with Marvin Harrison Jr. But give me the total over 50.5 points. And then you got the Chiefs going into L.A. to play the Chargers. Chargers 2-1, Chiefs 3-0. Chiefs looking serious. They favored by 7. But give me the Chargers plus the 7. I think Harbaugh and company come in with a great game plan. The Chiefs are a good team, a great team, obviously. 2-time Super Bowl champion. But, champions stumble a little bit. The total's at 39.5. I'm not looking forward to total. I think that the Chargers can keep this game close. I think Mahomes might even come down on the last drive, put one together, and next thing you know, they get a field goal to win the game. But I think the Chargers keep it close enough to win by the spread. Give me the Chargers plus the 7 points. And then you got the Sunday night game between the 3-0 Buffalo Bills versus the 1-2 Baltimore Ravens. Baltimore is at home and a favorite -2.5. I think Baltimore might have found it. We know Josh Allen has found it, and he's clearly taken a shot at Stephon Diggs without even mentioning his name by saying that he just got a lot of players that's not really tripping off his stats, not tripping off touchdowns, and they just understand that they're not going to get the ball thrown to them 5, 6, 7 times in the game. But when they do get their opportunities, they're going to make the best of them. So that seemed like a direct shot to Stephon Diggs. Buffalo is playing really good. Josh Allen is probably playing his best football by far this season anyway. They're more committed to the run game. But I like the Ravens at home. I expect the Ravens to bounce back. They lost their first game at home. I know they're going to be fired up again because it's Sunday night primetime game on NBC/Peacock. Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, I think they might have found something last week versus the Cowboys, something that everybody was sort of afraid of when they made that signing. You already know who it is, though, man. It's your boy, Sports God TV, where we talk sports like religion. And before I end it, there is a doubleheader on Monday night, and I got to mention the 3-0 Seattle Seahawks going into Detroit to play the 2-1 Detroit Lions. Detroit is favored by 3.5. The total is 45.5. I look towards the total in this game as well. I think it'll be a high-scoring game. Geno Smith is playing out of his mind. He is definitely probably a top 5 quarterback at the moment. That offense look efficient. The defense is doing what they need to do. And we all know Detroit can put up points from all over at any given moment. Like I said, I'm looking at the total, 45.5 to go over. It's your boy, Sports God TV, where we talk sports like religion, and I'm out. Until the next time.